Hello, welcome to today's video. Today, we're going to be talking about, for the first time ever on this channel, soccer, or if you're watching this from a different country, football. I'm Southern, I'm from America. I do still watch soccer, so that's why I feel like I have enough information in my mind to talk about this. So I feel like I can talk about this, I guess. Um, who is the GOAT? We've talked about it for years. You've heard the question for years. Who is the greatest of all time? Who is the greatest of all time? Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo? Okay, once again, we've talked about this for years in the soccer world. But today I think I can settle the debate, not fully because I'm not that popular. However, for some people, if you are watching this, I think there's a small chance if you trust me, because I have got a whole notepad on my screen right here. Got OBS on my left, a notepad on my right, with stats galore. Okay? Like, I mean deep. Like, I went digging deep to find some stats. And I found the most stats I possibly could for this video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started. First of all, take this with a mindset of this is stats wise, not opinion wise. I legitimately took every stat I could find possible from both of their careers and am taking this into account. So this isn't even my opinion. If you want, I will tell you my opinion at the end of the video. My personal opinion. However, this is just my quote unquote stat sheet for who is the stats greatest of all time. Like, stats galore is on my right monitor screen right now, and we are going to use these stats to figure out, once again, stats wise, who is the greatest of all time. So, just real quick, if you are a soccer fan, or once again, football fan, just know that once again, I watch soccer, but I physically can't watch Cristiano Ronaldo because I don't have a website that allows me to. But I watch tons of highlights of him because, especially before this video, I did just to get a little gist in my mind. And of course, I'm gonna now watch other soccer. I watch other soccer in America. I watched the Copa America not too long ago. Still mad about USA losing that. I didn't have my channel up at the time, I don't think. And even if I did, I don't think I really thought of talking about that. However, yeah, so if you're from a different country, just listen clearly. Don't get mad at me. This is stats-wise not my opinion. Completely unbiased at all. Here we go. Let's take a good look at it. Messi spent the most time. This is where both players spent the most time. Messi spent the most time. This is the only stat that you got to kind of take like with a grain of salt, because Messi spent the most time at FC Barcelona. This is probably my least favorite stat because it doesn't tell much, but I'm still going to read it. And he got 474 goals. Ronaldo spent the most time on a club called Real Madrid. They're both in the same leagues, actually. And got 311 goals. So both of their longest stints, Messi got more goals. However, the reason why I said take it with a grain of salt is because Messi spent 8 more years than Ronaldo in that league. Ronaldo has moved a ton in his career. So that's why I'm not going to be doing specific clubs this video as much as I am. That's kind of where I was going with that stat. That's kind of the whole point, the reason why I read it, because then I can tell you that's why I'm going all-time stats instead of specific club stats. So, here we go. Here's the full overview. Messi had 1,055 games played. Ronaldo had 1,225 games played. Remember those numbers. We will 1,000% go back to that in a little bit because there's some important numbers when you really think about it. Messi has 837 goals. Ronaldo has 891 goals. Real quick, before I continue to read these, I'm sorry I keep stopping. I don't know if these stats are on the dot correct, so if they're wrong, please fact check me. I think there's a chance some of these are wrong. I found them from a website that looked pretty good, if that makes... I don't know. It's just I feel like these stats are correct, but if they're wrong, please fact check me in the comments. I'm sorry if they're wrong, but I know they're at least somewhat correct. Assists, Messi had 360 plus, so probably more. And then Ronaldo has 267. Possibly more or less. Goals a game on average, Messi has 0.79, Ronaldo has 0.73. Total goals and assists, so that's adding the goals and assists. Ronaldo has 1,150 plus, Messi has 1,200 plus. So what does this tell you? Well, let's go back to the games played. Games played, Messi has 200 games played less than Ronaldo, and he still got more assists, better total goals and assists, better goals a game on average. So right then and there, you would point out the fact that technically just on that section, because there's 3 sections I'm going over, just on that section, Messi quote-unquote wins. In a way. That's kind of what I'm doing here. If you take it into that account, Messi quote-unquote wins. Then we go to trophies. The Ballon d'Or trophy, Messi has 8, Ronaldo has 5. Total trophies, Messi has 44 plus, Ronaldo has 34 plus. UCL titles, Messi has 4, Ronaldo has 5. World Cup, this is where I think it kind of brings a big factor into this, because Messi has 1 World Cup, Ronaldo doesn't even have a World Cup. And the fact of the matter is that that's a pretty big thing, okay? If you've got a World Cup, you are a pretty good player. It doesn't... I mean, you got to play in the World Cup to be a top guy in the talk for GOAT talk and stuff like that. Like, you've actually got to play in the World Cup. Like, let's say I played in the World Cup. I'm bad at soccer, so I'm not ever playing in the World Cup. However, let's say I played in the World Cup, then I played for USA. USA wins. We move on, and then people would probably be talking about the whole team, including me, because I was one of the starters. That's all I'm getting at. So that's a big factor that Messi has right there. But also continental titles. Ronaldo has a Euro 2016 title. Messi actually just won a Copa America title not too long ago. So, weirdly enough, if you take that into account, with Messi winning the Ballon d'Or trophies, winning the total trophies, losing in the US UCL titles, but winning in the World Cup titles, Messi wins again. Once again, it's still not technically the GOAT. We'll talk about that in a minute, but this is just going over the stats for now. Messi, quote-unquote, wins trophies-wise. Major competitions-wise, Messi has 130 plus UCL goals. Ronaldo has 140 plus. World Cup goals, Messi has 13, Ronaldo has 8. Copa/Euro goals, they are both tied at 14. Hat tricks, Ronaldo has Messi beat at 63 to 57. And free kick goals, approximately 65 free kick goals for Messi and approximately 61 for Ronaldo. So, let's look here. Free kick goals, Messi wins. Hat tricks, Messi loses. Ronaldo wins. Tie there. Messi wins. So, 1, 2. It actually is a tie on the third one. However, if we're taking into account Messi won the first two, it's a tie on the major competitions stats. But because Messi won the past two, stats wise, Lionel Messi is the GOAT. Okay. Even when you strip away emotion, look at everything. Stats, trophies, longevity, individual dominance, big game performances. It feels like Messi edges it just stats-wise. Stats, Messi has more goal contributions per game, more assists, better passer. Still scored nearly as much as Ronaldo with fewer games. So the winner is Messi on that one. Trophies, more Ballon d'Or trophies, 8 versus 5, more total trophies, Messi 44 plus, Ronaldo 34 plus. World Cup, Messi has it, Ronaldo doesn't. Like I said earlier, that's a big factor. Ronaldo doesn't have a World Cup, Messi does. Big games, man of the match in a World Cup final, 2 World Cup golden balls. That means he's the best player. UCL final goals and assists. And then this is kind of another one that I would take with a grain of salt because let me fact check this before I say it. Oh. Okay, so I was completely wrong. He actually did. Okay. So then I actually don't take this with a grain of salt. That's just even more kind of towards the fact that stats-wise, Messi technically wins. Because Messi has a Copa America win and an MVP in a Copa America tournament. And then this is where I kind of wrote this down. This is actually what I would take with a grain of salt because impact across eras, dominated since age 18 to 36 plus. Ronaldo has to. Okay, I wrote that down and then right as I was about to say it, like right as I was about to start the video, because I always do a little overview, I was like, okay, I'm going to say it, but then also say Ronaldo has to. Okay, Ronaldo has dominated from however young he was to where he is now. He's just as good age-wise. I mean, wonderful. And then also still dropping absolute great games at Inter Miami. And Ronaldo, let's take a look at Ronaldo real quick because, I mean, I don't want to take anything from him. He's an all-time great. Like, no debate. He might be tied with Messi if you could do that. He's got the most total goals ever, which, okay. I knew what so I searched it up. Lionel Messi recently surpassed Cristiano Ronaldo in career non-penalty goals. Messi achieved this milestone by scoring a brace for Inter Miami in a match where they defeated the New York Red Bulls 5-1, bringing his non-penalty goals total to 764, exceeding Ronaldo's previous record of 763. He accomplished this feat in 167 fewer matches than Ronaldo, which is, like I said, he's doing it in so many less games. Okay? So many less games. But Ronaldo, all-time great. Most total goals ever. Carried his club and his country at times. Like, physically unmatched in his prime. But in the full stats picture, he's just behind Messi. In the full stats wise and just taking every stat in the world into account, he's just behind Messi. So verdict, stats Messi has it, trophies Messi has it, big moments Messi has it, playmaking and IQ I actually gave it to Ronaldo. Big moments I almost actually said both, because Ronaldo's had some big moments too. But I feel like with the fact Lionel Messi just recently surpassed Cristiano Ronaldo in career non-penalty goals, I feel like there's just, if you counted all the big moments Messi had versus Ronaldo's, I feel like if you did count, I think you could possibly say Messi has more big moments. But it's kind of just up to who you exactly think. How do I put this? I don't think Ronaldo. If we counted every single big moment both players has ever had, do you really think Ronaldo would have just as much? I think there's a chance, but I just don't. With how the stats are looking, like I looked at the stats, I looked at the trophies, I looked at the big moments, like I already said, and because Messi won that, I was kind of like, okay. I mean, not the big moments. The big moments is what I'm talking about. And I was like, okay, if he won those two, I feel like big moments could just be a kind of easy. Messi probably won. Because it's kind of hard to count every single big moment, because how do you describe a big moment? A breakaway down the field? And I don't mean like big moments like, oh, I just won a Copa America or I just won a Euro. I mean like a big moment like on the pitch. I mean like a big moment like, oh, World Cup, 1 minute to go in extra time, Messi breakaway down the pitch, goal, like that type of big moment. And I think Messi may have had just a couple more, maybe even one. Maybe they're tied if you counted them. But I just think maybe a couple more for Messi. Playmaking and IQ, I easily gave that to Ronaldo. Ronaldo is just so smart. I mean, Messi is too, but Ronaldo's so smart. I mean, it just, truthfully and utterly, he's genius when it comes to playing soccer. Then longevity and consistency I gave to both, because, I mean, they're both so just... Hold on. Messi is 38. When did Messi come to pro football? 17 years is when he made his pro football debut. And he's 38 now. That's definitely longevity and consistency. Then when did Ronaldo go to pro football? At the age of 17. And how old is Ronaldo? I think he's... Okay, I was going to say 39 or 40, yeah. But, I mean, both of them are just so consistent. It's unbelievable. But, once again, the full resume, taking everything into account, every stat, every single stat, it belongs to Lionel Messi. It does. Especially... And this is why I told you guys to keep that number in your mind, the games, especially because Lionel Messi doing it, even being in this debate with the 120 less matches than Ronaldo is pretty impressive. Okay, the fact he even did this in that little matches compared to Ronaldo is pretty impressive. Okay. So anyways, taking every single stat I could find into account, technically Messi is the GOAT. stats-wise. I'm trying to emphasize the fact that this is stats-wise and not opinion-wise so that I don't get hated in the comments, because technically stats-wise it is. Also, if you did watch to the end, all of this was, if the stats did seem wrong, some of them were approximate stats, and that's why, because I don't know. I couldn't find the exact stats for some of them, so some of them were approximate stats, and I said it like it was the real stat. So, if it sounded wrong, it could be. But it was technically supposed to be approximate. I should have said approximate for every single one of them. Anyways, taking every single stat I can find into account, technically Messi is the GOAT. Stats-wise. I just said that again because I really want y'all to not be mad at me for saying Messi is a GOAT, because I've seen so many people say, oh, well, Ronaldo beats him by a mile. Ronaldo's the GOAT. By far. If you disagree, comment below. If you disagree, comment below. I'll react to your comment. I'll react to every comment that comments. And please leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next video. Go check out my Buzz and Roar show. It's a podcast. Coming up, I will, for you soccer fans, add Charlotte FC to it. However, because it covers Charlotte, North Carolina sports. However, for right now, I can't do that because I need to get it going a little before I can. So, get the podcast going for me, and yeah, I'll start doing any sort of soccer you want. Anyways, I said at the beginning of the video that who do I personally think is the GOAT? I'll say it, then just kind of leave. Stats-wise, Messi is the GOAT. And truth be told, this is gonna sound biased, but I'm kind of a small Lionel Messi fan, so in my personal biased opinion, I would say Lionel Messi is the GOAT. Okay, but stats-wise, he's the GOAT. And if you don't believe me that I actually did have this whole entire thing written down stats-wise, let me just show you real quick, so I don't get hated, then I'll just leave. Desktop, look at this. All that. See? There you go. Crazy. I know. Anyways, once again, if you want me to do more soccer content, please leave a like on this video. I will gladly talk about soccer. And I didn't say this before, but if you want me to talk about more soccer content, leave a team, just any video suggestions about soccer, about any other sport, just any other sport in the comments below. I will talk about literally any sport you want, and if it needs to be soccer, leave a video suggestion down below. I could talk about some random 17-year-old on the rise from Africa. Okay, I don't care. I will talk about it. I need video suggestions, and you get a free shout out if you give me a video suggestion, so give me video suggestions. Please, I'm begging. Anyways, Messi's the GOAT, in my opinion, and stats-wise. I've said that 15 times. Anyways, bye.